Hey guys, Kyle over here bringing you a present-day Pro League series between Airforce Ace and Samson Khan, and boy am I excited about this series. We have Samson Khan here, the second best Pro League team last year, and I think probably the best well-rounded, versus Airforce Ace, the sort of boxers team, which had the worst record last year in the Pro League, unfortunately. But I still love them. I have great hopes for them. I wish that they do well. And in the first match, we have none other than the infamous FirebatHero playing for Samson Khan, playing Terran versus Daezang, a Protoss player on Airforce Ace. And interestingly enough, they put FirebatHero up against this Protoss player. FirebatHero's worst matchup by far is against Protoss. His overall win rate is 53%, lifetime record, but his Protoss win rate is just 35%, which is abysmally low. So I feel that SK may be trying to put him in here just to perhaps beat up on a sort of anonymous Air Force Protoss player. I'm not sure what exactly the motivation is, but of course, FirebatHero is the player that everyone loves to hate. He's well known for his ceremonies, his celebrations after his victories, and sort of just trying to humiliate the players after he wins, which is sort of bad-mannered. The first map here is Wuthering Heights, or Hills of Storm, a new Pro League map, and we have FirebatHero spawning in Teal 7, and we have Daezang spawning in white at the 1 o'clock position. I really don't know much about Daezang. He's just another older player on Air Force Ace. In fact, all of Air Force Ace's players are in their mid-20s to late 20s, like Boxer, who's I think 27 right now. All of them are players who have gone through either the Air Force or another branch of the Korean military, and they all were pro gamers at one point. They have a lot of older players who used to do well, like 4U I think is on there, and of course Boxer. So I really do like them. They're a lot of veterans, both in the sense of StarCraft and in sort of technical sense, military veterans, I guess. But you know, they haven't been doing well last year, winning just 9 out of 44 games in the Pro League, and of course being the worst ranked. On this map, so Wuthering Heights is an interesting map. There's 4 bases, each comes with a natural expansion with gas, and the rest of the map, if you want expansion, you have to go through to the center, where there are 4 expansions with gas all around the central hill, I guess, which I guess is the heights. Actually, I think there are a couple more mineral-only expansions around the map, but if you want an expansion with gas, you have to go to the center. And it looks like FirebatHero is sealing in his front door here into his main. He's not going to try to seal in on his natural expansion, and he looks like he's getting his gas and the barracks up at about the same time. So going for a standard factory build, I think. And Daezang has his gateway and gas up, so looks like he's also going for a one-base strategy here. Perhaps both players, not knowing the mechanics of the map very well, this being a new map, both have gone for a sort of safe build, a one-base build, going into instead of going for a fast expansion. Looks like a Cybernetics core going up for Daezang here, so both players actually sticking to one base, but neither have scouted. Both are just sitting at their scouts right now. So late scouts from both players. I don't think either player is going to go for a very fast rush without at least getting some mid-level units first. Looks like, yeah, just another pilot going for Daezang. Daezang possibly could be going for some fast tech here. I'm not sure exactly what the strategy is. FirebatHero really just not known for his Protoss play, unfortunately. His best setup is against Terran, and he's decent against Stork. Of course, I think his greatest victory was against Savior in, I think, the MSL or something like that last year, where he destroyed Savior in this 1-hour-long slugfest, which had battle cruisers and science vessels, and FirebatHero losing his entire main, and yet he won at the end and performed an elaborate ceremony that destroyed Savior's soul, I think. It might have been really him who caused the Savior slump, so that's part of the reason why I love to hate him. But in any case, Daezang now is going to spot FirebatHero's base now. And before I go any further, by the way, you can place the high quality URL thing at the end of the URL for this game. This should be in high quality, and it is ampersand FMT equals 18. If you put that at the end of the URL, it should give you a high quality YouTube video. And since this is a high quality VOD, it should appear much clearer for you guys watching this. So I hope that does work. Looks like first Dragoon out for Daezang, and Daezang looks like he's going to get a range upgrade at his Cybernetics core for his Dragoons. He really just has one gateway right now, so I don't think he'll be going for a Dragoon rush. I'm guessing he's going to be going for some fast tech here. Both players, interestingly, not going for an expansions at all. And looks like FirebatHero now is going to go for an expansion. He is building Command Center, so he went for a factory with machine shop into an expansion. This is a very safe Terran opening here against Protoss. Really just enables them to expand quite safely. And in this case, he will have an advantage over Daezang if Daezang can't do any early damage, because Daezang has only gone for one base, and just sort of an old-school Protoss play instead of the fast expanse we see nowadays. Now Robotics Facility going up for Daezang. Looks like FirebatHero just continuing to scout, seeing if there's any expansions up otherwise in the map, and looks like he's just getting a second Marine and his first tank out, and his Dragoon is going to be greeted by his tank, so I don't think the Dragoon's going to be able to do any damage here. And looks like just 2 Dragoons, perhaps 3 Dragoons out for Daezang. Yeah, 3 Dragoons total. And he's just going to try to ward away some scouting SCVs. Going for the observatory first, which is interesting. I would almost think that, given that the fact that he hasn't managed to give himself an advantage, that he should go for the robotics support bay first and try to get off a Reaver tech. But unfortunately, he's letting the SCV in here, and he's going to see the robotics facility. He's going to see the observatory. He's going to know exactly what Daezang could be going for, and that was a big mistake by Daezang. I feel with his Dragoons, he should have been able to intercept a scouting SCV. 2 tanks out for FirebatHero. Looks like he's not researching anything in his machine shop right now, so he could be just keeping his tanks in unsieged mode just to defend against a couple of Dragoons. Looks like expansion being set up for Daezang now at his natural expansion, and we'll probably be seeing the command center float over for FirebatHero momentarily. Of course, I really am rooting for Airforce Ace. They're the underdogs in this matchup. It's David versus Goliath here, and they do have Boxer in there, one of my favorite players, and also another player who I find really interesting named Oversky, who's going to be playing in Game 2. The matchup is basically games 1 and 2 are going to have sort of second-rate players from both teams fighting it off. Game 3 is a 2v2 game, and Game 4, if it lasts so long, will have Boxer versus Stork, the flagship players of both teams, the best players of both teams, facing each other off. And Game 4 could be pivotal if it makes it to there. I do hope that there isn't a blowout, that Samson Khan doesn't win 3-0. It looks like a robotics facility is up for Daezang now, and I feel it's a little bit late. FirebatHero is getting his engineering bay up, so if he gets some good turret placement, he's going to be able to deal with a Reaver harass quite well here. Observer going down for Daezang, and the reason I say that he probably shouldn't have built the observatories first is because there was no indication that FirebatHero was going for vultures, and really you don't need the observers so early if the opponent isn't going for vultures and spider mines. And I really feel like if he was going for a one-base strategy, he should have stuck to getting Reavers first and just trying to pull off a harass really quickly. And unfortunately, he did allow the scout in, so it's even worse for him right now. Looks like FirebatHero getting a turret now at his front door. It will all depend on whether this Reaver harass can work, or else Daezang will be quite far behind here. And FirebatHero, despite his poor play against Protoss, should be able to take the victory with the just a push when he gets enough units coming out. Looks like Daezang may be thinking of setting up a second expansion, actually. I really feel like he needs to do some damage to the Terran player to prevent the Terran player from leaving his base really early if he wants to set up that expansion. It looks like FirebatHero is going to be well prepared for this Reaver drop here. He does have a turret and 2 tanks around his initial command center. So now finally FirebatHero getting some vultures. Looks like Daezang has cleverly placed a pylon wall there at the opening to the 11 o'clock base, and I don't think vultures will get through, but they will get through the center here, and they will be able to get into the base here. And I think just by going through a different route, they could go to the 11 o'clock base. The scanners haven't gone up for FirebatHero there, so you might not know they're there. And yeah, good pylon placement there, so good map knowledge. And now the shuttle going in here looks like it did find a hole here in the defense. Looks like it's going to pick off. The Zealots inside are going to pick off one tank, 2 tanks picked off by the Reaver. Good play there, and looks like he's taking down a number of SCVs there. So Daezang actually really good Reaver harass there, finding a hole in the turrets that FirebatHero had there, and taking out 2 tanks and a number of SCVs there. So good play by Daezang there, sending FirebatHero behind a little bit, and FirebatHero just getting his academy up now, getting 4 factories in total. He's going to be able to macro a good number of units, though, and we'll see if Daezang decides to go for carriers. I'm not sure if they'll be very successful on this map, though. Actually, honestly, don't think they'll be successful, because there aren't really that many ridges and that many walls that carriers can hide behind. So we'll see if he decides to go for, perhaps arbiters or just more drops. Oh, that one vulture taking out a number of probes there. Really a good micro there. Taking 2 probes down. Looks like 5 vultures moving up now. The R speed upgraded. About a dozen Dragoons total, but they're not protecting these probes that are being transferred. And now FirebatHero is just going to be able to pick off these probes as they're being transferred. A little sloppy play from Daezang here. And FirebatHero has mines also. He's planting a number of mines. And looks like he's going to pick off a number more of these probes here. Perhaps trying to lead these Dragoons into the mines. Yeah, and Daezang now floating around with the shuttle. It'll be imperative to see what he can do with the shuttle. I feel he needs to get one more solid harass off on the Terran player before he can really claim any sort of advantage in this game. And looks like FirebatHero is about to set up a second expansion. Ooh, Daezang there taking a Spider-Man hit unnecessarily. And looks like these vultures are still pounding away at this pylon. If they manage to get through, that'll be a big mistake by Daezang there. And looks like they won't be able to get through. They will get chased away by these goons. FirebatHero, I feel, actually might have enough soon to push out here, because he does have about maybe 8 tanks or so and a number of vultures, and Daezang really doesn't have much in the way of ground units or units at all. He does have that one shuttle, which could prove to be the deciding factor here. Looks like it is going to get spotted, though, as it's moving in, and there's another turret behind the expansion, so now he won't be able to use that space for his drops. Looks like a Citadel of Adun up for Daezang. No Templar Archives yet, and finally he's getting a number of